Good morning, everybody. My name is Colleen Light, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. My website is cardsbycoco.com, and if you're catching the replay either on Facebook or YouTube, either like my page or hit subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Well, today I am actually going to get to show you some of the pages in this wonderful catalog. So big news in Stampin' Up! Is that the catalog is live. If you don't have one and you would like one, just send me a message and I'll get one right out in the mail for you. Let me see what else. Oh, today we're going to be working with this color and contour bundle. And I have to tell you, I absolutely love it. So I'm super excited to show you what I've been making. And we're going to make one card today. Hi Tammy, good morning. Speaking of Tammy, happy National Nurses Day to everybody. I appreciate everything each and every one of you does. So if you see a nurse today, give a big thank you. Maybe in the times of COVID, not a big hug. Cookies and muffins always work well though. Anyway, you know, all those break room supplies. Anyway, I'm gonna flip the camera around. Facebook isn't cooperating real well with lighting, so I hope the video is not going to be too dark. Anyway, let me flip the camera around and we will get started. There's the wall for half a second, and let's just flip us around here. So you can see I've got the 3 cards here that I'll be showing you. During the week, I go ahead and I do go ahead and blog these, all 3 of the, oh sorry, that was a book. All 3 of the cards will be blogged throughout the week, but we're only going to make one during this live. So I think I've said, and I'm going to try and bring myself up here, sorry guys, that is the one thing that I did forget to do. And hopefully the lighting will be okay because, like I said, Facebook isn't cooperating real well with me today, and I'm not, well, maybe not just with me, probably with everybody. So the lighting's just been a little different today. You know, it's always something, isn't it always something? Trying to bring myself up too, and that isn't working either. Whew, always a glitch, isn't there always a glitch? Anyway, we're just gonna forge ahead. So, I said it before and I'll say it again, I always start any new stamp set kind of casing the catalog, and that is exactly what I did with this card. You can see I just changed the DSP and the sentiment and added a bow and some bling. Other than that, I pretty much just followed that pattern. I'm sorry, I'm trying to bring myself up. Oh, got it at least on my iPad. So hopefully you all can see what I'm doing. Okay, we'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to see comments here, but oh, thank you. I'm glad the lighting looks good so far. So hopefully that'll do it. This card, I really love these scalloped contour dies, so I really wanted to take a play on those, and that's exactly what I did. Again, using this year's in colors, the Evening Evergreen, Pale Papaya. I'm finishing up my Whisper White. You would use a basic white if you're ordering, and added a touch of ribbon. And this is the one we're going to make today, but we're going to change the sentiment. I just think this is a very pretty card. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. I thought about swapping out the colors. I do this all the time. I think, oh, maybe I'll change colors, but then I thought, oh, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just keep it simple today. What do you think? I think it would look really good with that soft succulent. And of course, everyone knows Fresh Freesia is my favorite. So anyway, but we'll go ahead and get started. And clearly I'm having an issue with all my computers and apparatuses today because the printer wouldn't work either. So there's my website. There's this month's host code for May. So we're going to do our typical card base here, very standard. It is 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score it 4 1/4. And we're going to do landscape mode. So we'll do that. Then I have 2 pieces here. One's for the inside, and one is because we're going to stamp just all over. So that's 4 by 5 1/4. Or 4 inches, yes, by 5 1/4. And then I have our pale papaya that we're gonna scallop, because that's gonna be our layer here. Wait till you see that die. That's a fun one for sure. So we're gonna start out stamping. I've got my envelope, I've got the inside of my card, and we've got a base here for our second layer. I wanted to use the Evening Evergreen. I think you could also use, the Memento black ink, but I just thought it would be fun to just do the Evening Evergreen and have everything kind of matchy-matchy this time. And I really like that color. So have you seen how the new stamp sets are coming? I'm gonna show you real quick. They actually have the design of the stamps that you can now take off of those little plastic pieces and put there. And look at that. So they just stay in your stamp case like that. Now, I don't know whether we're supposed to or not, but I kept the thicker plastic piece to put on top. I can be a little rough on my stamps sometimes. So anyway, let me show you how we're gonna do this. This comes together so easy. There is a trick when we line this particular stamp up, and I will show you that. Oops, something just hit the floor. I'm gonna kind of start this one in the center, I think. Look at that beautiful image. So while I'm stamping, I'm going to tell you about Stampin' Up's latest demonstrator joining deal. It is really wonderful. For people who say, oh, I just don't want to be part of a selling team, there really is no selling required. I do this just because I enjoy it so much, and I'm not working at this point in time, so it gives me something to do. I enjoy it. I love the team I'm on. It's been great to make new friends, and I really love stamping. So I think when you really like what you do, you like to share it. Oops, almost got that one. See how easy we're making our own DSP here. So let's do our envelope too. I say it all the time, don't forget your envelopes. So there we go. I also want to do the inside layer of our card. So I'm going to pop one there. I like to do all my stamping at once. There we go. Kind of a big stamp from the bottom, but I like it. So now we're going to use all the colors. Because I like all the colors, so I feel like I need to be enjoying those. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the deal. So it is no selling required. If you join my team between May, or anybody's team, doesn't have to be mine, between May 4th and 31st, you get $155 worth of product for $99. That includes free shipping. So really, hi Marcia and Wendy, great deal. So, and I'm sorry, I'm on my iPad because my computer wouldn't come up. So if I'm missing anybody, I apologize. We're going to start with our lightest color, which is our pale papaya. Always start with your lightest and then move to your darkest. So here's the trick with this. You're going to notice on this stamp, there's one here that has the double right here, where it has the line and they kind of come together. That's the part you want to look for on our stamp that fills in the blank. Sorry, I had a little embellishment there. So that will help us line this up better. And you can kind of see it. I don't know if you can actually see it there. But that's how you want to line this stamp up, is you want to find your double line, the part that kind of comes together at the top, almost like a heart. And then, sorry, I'm just trying to stay in camera without you seeing my head. And then line that up. And I think I just twisted it. There we go. Remember, these are all kind of the watercolory effects. So if it doesn't line up perfectly, that is fine. But that is my hint for today, is find that part on your stamp. And then I just kind of went around and just really very, very randomly stamped. I would say there was no rhyme or reason to what I really did here. There we go. There's one down. There's one of our colors down. How pretty is that, huh? I'm cleaning my stamp off in the background. You probably can't see me do that, but that's exactly what I'm doing. So then I wanted to bring in some So Saffron. It's not an in color, it's just one of my personal favorite colors. So we're gonna add a little bit of that here. I also think it matches the stamp very, very well. So I really enjoy that color. And you'll notice I do a lot with So Saffron. So I will say, I kind of sometimes think that all the colors are my favorite. It really kind of depends on the day. So this one is going to be just there. I'm not going to add in a whole bunch of that color because it is so close to the pale papaya, and I really want to put a shock of color in here. So I'm going to use our Fresh Freesia. This is one of our in colors. So the fun thing is with this card is there is lots of using those embossing, using the dies, which is, I think, just great fun to do. So again, this is going to be hard for me to line up, but oh, looks good. Let's, I just love this Fresh Freesia color. Do you guys have a favorite color? I keep hearing across the board that some people really are more drawn to the greens, and others of us are more drawn towards those pinks. Yeah, Facebook is weird today, Tammy. I agree. It's not my friend today. But we're going to forge ahead anyway since we started. And we'll see whether this video makes it to YouTube or stays up. We'll just see what happens. I'm having a hard time seeing comments too. But here we go. Here we go all the same, right? Okay, so this one here. And remember, this does not have to be perfect. Oh, so there is, oh, I did forget one in the corner. I'm happy I spotted that. I'm just gonna overlap a little bit. Perfect. So then I just took my markers and I kind of went through and I did a little dark in the center of the soft, what do I have here? Soft succulent. And I just kind of went through. I am not one that loves to spend a lot of time coloring. I know some people absolutely love it. Some people do the dark first, some people do the light first. I am going to put Wink Costello on top of this, so really I just want some color on there. I'm not being overly particular. Let's see, what else is going on in the Stampin' Up! World other than we're all super excited that this new catalog has launched. And a lot of stuff carried over this year, which I think was just fabulous. So happy about that. Thought about every now and then maybe doing a throwback series. Oh, you know what? We did forget. Well, not we. Me. I forgot. I forgot to fill in our envelope and our card base. Oh, which I got a little wet. So I'm going to demonstrate that, but I'm not going to put it in. I'll add that one later. And I am going to go ahead and use this Fresh Freesia here on the outside. There we go. And we'll color that one in too. Again, the Wink Costello is going on, so I'm not being overly fussy with the coloring. Here we go. Ta-da! All right, now you're gonna see all of these gorgeous dies. I have to tell you, I have a great idea for a Christmas card. We're having family pictures done this year. So I have a great idea on how to use these dies for our Christmas card. Can't you just see some photos being outlined? I can. So these dies are wonderful. Of course, this die was used to cut out this flower. If you wanted to cut out this flower, that's what that would be used for. And I've already stamped but haven't pre-cut, but this is the die I used to cut out that flower. My goodness, what is going on today? So let's go ahead and see what we can fix up today and get, let's go ahead and cut out some of our layers. I don't know that this one will go through. Let me see. No, we'll need the big one. We will need the big one. I'm gonna cut this out, maybe off screen. I think it might be too close. Let me see. I'll pull it over and see. Is that gonna be too close for you? I don't know if Facebook has stopped. It's not letting me see anything. Oh, there we go. So, I am going to start cutting out our layers. And I'm going to use the big cut and emboss machine today. The mini is wonderful, but it doesn't always work for everything. So I would say if you have to buy one machine or you want to buy one machine, go ahead and buy the one that will take all of your dies, and that would be the big one. That would be the big cut and emboss. So we basically made our own DSP, and I am going to get our layers together here. They come numbered. So we'll use our base layer, use that one, and our DSP. And then I just lined it up where I thought I wanted certain flowers in. So that's where I'm going to line it up. I cut it a little big because I wanted to be able to kind of pick and choose what colors I wanted. And, whoops, let me see here. Not a great job lining those plates up, was that? So, look at how fabulous that turned out. Isn't that great? We're going to take our pale papaya. And I've already stamped the flower. We are going to, let me put this up here so you can see. We're going to put our pale papaya here, and we're going to put our flower here. And again, we're going to look for this big notch here, which I think went right. Yep, there we go. Very good. I'm going to put a little bit of painter's tape to hold that in place. And I am going to grab our wonderful scallop die here. Let's see if I can do these both at the same time. I'm going to do our wonderful scallop die, and I want that about, let me see. I want this, so I want that just kind of towards the bottom. You should do your paper how you like to do it. And the one nice thing about this pattern is actually how versatile you can make your color palette. And that is this, you know, we offer so many wonderful products and colors. Sometimes I'm just never sure what colors I want to use for the day. Okay, And I'm just gonna go back through again, make sure I got those nice clean edges. Ta-da! Set that on the floor. Okay, little uneven, but it looks good. And there's our scalloped edges. Isn't that pretty? I think that just turned out great. We're gonna start putting this card together, and then I'm gonna show you how I did that sentiment. So for this, I just took some of my, oh, excuse me, some of my glue here and put it on. Hang on, I want to look. I turned it over. Oh, I had it right. Put some glue on the back here. I need wiggle room. I know people love the Stampin' Seal. I need wiggle room. So, let's go ahead and place this layer on our card base. How nice is that? Then we're going to take the DSP we made, figure out which direction you want it, and we're going to place that layer on the card. And center that. Now we're going to go ahead and stamp our embellishment with Versamark and do a little embossing, and I'll show you how easy that works out. The Versamark is what hit the floor, so I have to pop up and get it. Oh, so what's the weather like in your area? Are you having a nice time of it? I know it's going to be blazing hot here today. And I think we're in for those 100 days of 100-degree weather now. And what is your favorite technique? Do you like to use the embossing powder? Oh, I did want to tell you too that the ordering for this is on, for any embossing powder, it's now on page 128, and they come in threes. So you can order the basics, which is the black, clear, and white, or the metallics, copper, gold, and silver. And it's $18 per set of 3. So I wanted to let you know that. We're going to stamp this in Versamark here. I'm going to show you how easy it is to just add a little extra sparkle to your card. We're going to just, you're absolutely amazing. Love that sentiment. Now, I had my, I use a coffee filter. I don't have anything fancy, and I'm using the white Stampin' Emboss powder. So I am not using anything amazing. We used to have an embossing buddy that Stampin' Up used to sell. I think some people use dryer sheets now. I have one. I don't know that I got enough Versamark on enough. Yeah, I think I did fine. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do that one again. I'm going to stamp this one again. I don't think I got a little enough in that corner piece there. So I think we're just going to do it again. So the Versamark Stampin' Up also has that available. And look, you can see, there we go. I don't know that I would recommend tearing your paper like that. But you know, when you're doing a live video and nothing seems to be working out, hey, that's okay. We do what we have to do, right? I always recommend screwing the top back on though, because when you're done using it, because when you go to dry it, you know, so you get that shiny bit, it will indeed just fly everywhere. I have had my craft room just full of either glitter, embossing powders, especially when I was first starting out. Much better. Much, much, much better. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of my way, because we just do not need that flying around the room with us. I'm also going to just swipe that up real quickly. Okay, so it's going to be a little loud. This is our embossing tool, or the heat tool that we have, and that is also available. Okay, so it's maybe a little loud, so I'm going to take it down. I'll demonstrate and show you exactly how it uses, but I don't want it to be so loud for you. So hopefully it's not. I'll take it down a little bit here. It'll start, you'll notice the difference as it starts to dry. It'll really come to life, and I'll show you here in just a second. Ta-da! And you want to wiggle it around like this. You don't want to burn any of your paper, especially if you're working with like the whites. You sure don't want that. So with this one, I'm going to use our little mini. It shows up better in the camera, so we're going to use that one. And I love my mini. I try and use it as much as I can. It makes it so easy for me. And I have the other leaf down here. Just give me half a stack. I think the mini is so easy. It's, I do a lot of camping, so it's easy to transport. And it's very light. And that's the other thing that I really like about it. It is very light and easy to use. So again, I'm using these fabulous dies. Here's our tag die. I mean, that's what I'm going to use it for, as a tag. And I'm going to pop this in. Let me see. I may need to cut just a little bit off the edge to make sure it fits. If you could only see the other half of this desk and the mess I am making by tossing things off to the side, you would just laugh, laugh, laugh. It is a hot mess on the other side of this desk, I have to tell you. You know, as I touch things and move things around, I'm just tossing them off on the floor, on the side. Just crazy. Anyway, I'm going to move this up here so you can see. And I'm going to pop this in place. This doesn't fit exactly as tight as I would want it to, but it does pretty good. I think it'll work out just fine. I'm putting it kind of close to the top. Again, I'm putting my painter's tape up there. And then we're going to put this through. And you'll see how easy this pops up. I try and stay with just a couple of colors for the most part. Ta-da! Very nice, right? Isn't that pretty? I love it. So let's finish up our card now. I have some twine here that I grabbed that I'm just going to tie in the corner of that sentiment. I'm going to move this die out of the way so I don't drop it. So the twine does not come looking this way. I don't know what happened. I think I was using it and it rolled under a chair, and then I'm just not exactly sure what happened with that, but it's not how it comes. It actually comes in a really nice, neat roll that you would love. But that's not what happened with me. And then I just set that sentiment down. Hold please while I just clean up my desk a little bit and can find out where I threw that. Oh, well, I'll have to, oh, right here in front of me. You know, I did that last time. Did you all see my last video where I was looking for that Stampin' Seal? And could not find it, and I couldn't find it because it was literally right in front of me. It was off. I laughed so hard when I watched the replay of my video. I just laughed and laughed and laughed when I saw that that was off right in camera the whole time. So as I was frantically looking for that Stampin' Seal, there it was the entire time. So, you know, I think, have you ever gone to pay for anything in the store and then you have your, you know, you have your credit card or your cash in your hand, whatever you're paying with, and for you know, you just are frantically looking in your handbag for, oh, where is that money? And you're holding on to it the whole time. I can't tell you how many times that has happened to me. So I threaded this through and I did a double layer of my twine. And then I made a bow. And bows are not my strong strength, but I think it turned out okay. So we'll see if we can replicate that on this one. I kind of liked how the bow looked on this. I thought it was just turned out, added that little bit of extra. And then just kind of, you know, pull your ends, hold in place, pull your ends until you get the look you're going for. There we go. Then I clip this other loop off. There we are. Now, we are going to just finish this card up and you will just be amazed at how easy it all comes together. So here we go. We're going to pop this up on some dimensionals. Oh, I don't even need to cut it this time. I can just finish what I'm using. Does anyone have any big plans for the weekend? I think we have a quiet weekend planned. We don't really, for the first weekend in a long time, we don't have any real projects going on. We've been working on our house, and I think for the time being, we're okay. I think we're just A-okay for a little bit. You know, I don't really like this flower. Did not turn out, did not cut as much as I want. So what we would do is pop this up on dimensionals and put that here, but I'm going to restamp that and do it again, so I'm not going to adhere that. Of course, you always want to do your envelope. We talked about that. But this is how easy, oh, you know the one thing we didn't do is we did not add any of those gorgeous gems, and I don't know how I almost got away without adding any bling to a card. These are our new in-color jewels, and aren't they fabulous? I absolutely love them. So we need some of these on there for sure, right? So I think we're going to do the polished pink. We'll put a polished pink over here. I think we're going to do a soft succulent. No, we won't. We'll do a pale papaya. We'll do a pale papaya over here. And, you know, everyone knows I'm a self-confessed fresh freesia fanatic, so I think we'll do that. And I forgot to show you the Wink of Stella. This is the glitter pen that I was talking about. And we are just going to add this to the center here. So it doesn't look like much, you know, when it's wet. You think, oh, that's not doing much of anything. But again, when it's dry, look at the sparkle in there. You can really see. So that's all of our techniques for today. I always appreciate when everyone pops in to join me. I have great fun doing the videos. I'll be back again next Thursday at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And I really appreciate you jumping on. Leave a comment. Let me know where you're from. If you're following me on YouTube, please subscribe. And I'll have everything posted by tomorrow morning with all the dimensions and instructions. Okay, have a fabulous day.